Today I am building a villa paradise. Y'all, this took me so long to the point where I didn't even want to edit this video. I literally had to change computers to finish this edit. I can't wait for y'all to see how this comes out because it turns out to be super pretty, like way prettier than I even expected. The point of me doing this was that I was trying to put as many activities in there as possible. This was right after the Business and Hobbies expansion pack had come out. Like, that's how long ago this was. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna make an ultimate apartment complex. I was struggling with like how I want the stairs to be and everything, how many floors I want to be on there. I don't think I did all of the rooms because I'm like, okay, I want y'all to play with it and see what you'd like to do for it. I made like a few backstories for some of the rooms in there. It gets very fun. One of the I think the biggest apartment is owned by this photographer or an influencer of some type, or a gamer. I don't know, make it what you guys want, but the whole apartment complex, it's gonna end up having, as you can see, a pool, this big ass pool. There's gonna be a gym, there's gonna be a cafe, there's gonna be a basketball court. There's so many things that I ended up adding in there. Oh my gosh, like, it came out way better. I can't wait for y'all to see the pictures at the end. Yeah, so here I'm adding in glass doors. I debated the doors a little bit. The doors at the bottom, I think I end up keeping those, and then for the top floors, the higher up floors, it's like, are those windows? Yeah, they are. But for the two bottom floors, I did that like sliding door, which I really liked. I debated the color of the building for a minute because I'm like, I want it to be too boring, but at the same time, I want it to have like this modern feel to it. So I ended up going with that brown that you see right there. I wanted a variation of windows, as if like this apartment had been, like it took a minute for them to actually finish this apartment complex since it's so big. I didn't want it to be too new. I don't want it to be too modern. I wanted it to show that it's been building over the years. I slanted some of the vehicles a little bit to make it a little bit realistic, because I'm like, in real life, ain't nobody be parking that perfect. I don't know, maybe I thought about it too much right there. I don't know, y'all tell me. And on the roof, obviously, I'm gonna put a whole bunch of stuff up there. All these people are, like the AC is running, the heat, all that stuff is running throughout the whole apartment complex. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna put a lot of stuff there. I like what I did with the orange color on the outskirts. I think I ended up debating that color a little bit, but I think I ended up sticking with it because I really like how it complemented the nude brown. So yeah, the bins in the back, I'm like, yeah, it's gonna have a lot on it since the apartment complex has been about for a minute. I think I end up changing out how the bus stop looks in a minute, but this gate that I'm gonna put here, the one that I end up deciding on, I end up loving it. I'm not gonna stick with that one, I don't think. I think I ended up deciding on a different type of gate, and I think I end up sticking with that one, which was pretty cool. Yes, there it is. that little thing right there. I don't know if I kept it or not, y'all. I don't know. But yeah, this is where I'm saying I changed out the bus stop. I did not want to keep that first bus stop. I think that one with the wood makes it feel a lot more homey. So yeah, you guys are gonna find this out the more you watch my builds, but I low-key cannot do a build without putting in bicycles. I just need them, honestly. So yeah, I put in my little flower pots. I layered for the flower pots because I wanted it to not look like it had any spaces from any side whatsoever. So I kept layering and layering. The color around the pool, I think I end up changing further down in the video. You guys will see when that happens. So I wanted like thinner lines for the cars that are parked in the parking lot. And so I found the lights from the pool. That's why you saw that I was editing the pool, then I moved from the pool to the parking lot. I saw those thin lights and I was like, oh wow, that's perfect. But yeah, this is the basketball court that I was telling y'all about. I debated the fencing for a while until I landed on this and I was like, oh my gosh, this fencing is like, it's reminding me of actual basketball courts. This over here is what is going to be the gym. I don't think I stayed on it too long. I just did the layout right here, a couple of doors, and then I moved over to something else from what I can remember. But I end up loving how the gym comes out. Oh my gosh. And this wallpaper, I might be obsessed with this wallpaper a little bit. I don't remember which pack it's from or if it's in the base game. I'll let y'all know. But the wallpaper, I absolutely adore it. I adore it so much. I think I end up trying to be mindful of using it too much. Just because like I love it that much. You're gonna end up seeing that all the buildings throughout the apartment complex, they're gonna be like super accessible, for super easy for your sim to like move from their apartment to go to the other buildings, which I really love. It's multiple routes that they can take since this is such like a big space. There's a lot of space for them to walk around, move around, and do stuff. These 4 buildings alongside here, one is a laundromat, one is a salon, one is a sauna, and what's the other one? And the other one, oh my gosh. But yeah, I struggled with this one because it would be overlapping packs, which I don't think the Sims would allow us to do that. So the 4th building is it's a vet place, basically. What do you call that? An animal hospital. And so I'm like, oh no, I didn't think about it while building, but after I tried playing the build after, I was like, oh no, I should not have done that. It's so hard to play it. But yeah, I made life 10 times harder. So if you guys want to like change out those 4 buildings to be anything else you'd like to, go ahead, be my guest. This building on top is literally a cafe that the Sims can go to and chill, like while they're waiting on their laundry. If they don't want to go all the way back to their apartment, they can just go upstairs and chill. They can chill in the pool. They can chill across the space in the basketball court. They can chill in the gym, get a little workout in while they just get more clothes dirty while they're waiting on their laundry to finish. Sure, why not? So yeah, the plants that I end up putting on here, I switch them out from time to time just because I'm like, I don't know if I like that, I don't know if I like this. You guys are gonna find out that I am very indecisive, and that's why it takes me so long to build overall. seems like I ended up starting on the insides. This right here is the mailroom. I love the mailroom. I think it's one of my favorite places because it looks so real. It's one of the rooms that shows that the building has been about for a good minute. As you can see, there isn't any real wallpaper in there. It's still the concrete that was originally built from the building. The tiles, the flooring is showing that. Oh, yeah, you can tell. Basically, across from the mail room is gonna be where the landlord stays, and also there you can see that okay, the landlord has spent all this money on this place but ain't really spent no money on where they actually live, which I found very interesting. I'm like, okay, this is gonna make for a very interesting backstory. um their place, unlike everyone else's, the lighting is not the best, though. Like, I think they only have like two windows, to be fair. And yeah, it's pretty dark in there. It's not like they're really home anyway, since they're always just tending to the place, trying to make sure that their tenants are okay and good. Um, Basically, the story for the landlords, I think it's a mother and son that live here. And oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember. It's so difficult. It's been so long, y'all. I played with the family for a little bit after I finished, and just to see, just to make sure that everything was working properly. I think there's a few defects in, like, I think probably a handful of items, really. Oh, that desk, there's a story behind that desk. I struggled with that desk so much because I wanted it to look like broken down and stuff, and then I ended up putting the broken down desk to the side, basically. But this office is literally my favorite office. I tried to make it as clustered as possible because I'm like, yeah, Mama Bear is like constantly in there working her ass off, basically, and I wanted to show that. So yeah, I love what I did with the basketball gates. I just love it. The fact that it's gonna end up looking like one gate is like on the inside and one is like in and one is open. Basically, if you get what I mean. I just liked it being that way because it's like, okay, the basketball court is technically never really closed. You can come around there anytime. So yeah, I liked that about it. I wanted to I wanted the pool area to have like to feel a little bit more filled up, so I just layered flowers here too as well. Y'all, it took me like 30 minutes or more to do all that layering of all those flowers. I wish The Sims had a button where we could just click and just hold down and it would keep like adding stuff, because oh my gosh, it took me so long to do those flowers. I struggled a lot trying to find out what I'm gonna put over the pool. Like, I can't just have the pool open like that. What if the sun starts burning and stuff? And y'all, please let me know if I'm overthinking this. But yeah, as you can see, I've moved on to the artsy person's balcony. It's like I started doing all the balconies first. Instead of going inside, I was thinking about like the story behind all the people living here, and I'm like, okay, one person is gonna be like an art person, there's gonna be a plant person, there's gonna be a gadgets person. Yeah, basically that was what it is. And then I was like, wait, I have to leave a few empty rooms for whoever wants to play with this build, you know? So yeah. And moving on. Right now we're inside. I think this is the plant person's apartment. We'll see as it continues. I love their kitchen so much. It's, oh my gosh, Yes, it is. It is. Oh my gosh. You it's so obvious that I that it was a long time ago that I did this. When I tell y'all it was like months ago that I did this and I feared editing the video because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a really long video. But I think I managed to shorten it down a lot. Yeah, because it was originally gonna be over like 2 hours. I shortened this video down a lot. So let's see. Yeah, so the plant persons, usually when I think of like vibes for people, I think of colors. As you can see for the plant person, the color was like green. This apartment, I think, ended up being an apartment for someone that like it wasn't I didn't make a backstory for it. It was just an old apartment that one of the tenants got, or probably no one lives in, who knows. And I was like, okay, it's just gonna be a generic apartment. You can tell that it's not really lived in, so either someone does live in it or it's just one of the old apartments that they have not re-renovated as yet. This apartment right here is for a couple. um they're like they're either newlywed or boyfriend girlfriend. I'm not sure honestly. And they have a cat apparently. And yeah, it's definitely, yeah, it's male female in here. I'm trying to remember what was the story, y'all. I can hardly even freaking remember. I think it was newlyweds. I think it was newlyweds. Yeah, it was newlyweds in here. Alongside their cat. I love the color scheme that I did for their apartment. As you can tell, it's like this light blue, like the sky blue vibe, and it's just so beautiful. I spent like an hour trying to make those baskets look like drawers. I don't know why I obsess over the smallest things, but a big thing for me in making um especially like small spaces like apartments look like homes is clutter. It's definitely clutter. But at the same time, I always think about, oh no, yes, I have to make it cluttered, but I have to make sure that my Sims can move around, which is why I tested all this stuff after. If you guys are having any issues moving around, feel free to delete some stuff. This build was made without CC, so you don't have to worry about the CC. It was made with a couple different packs though. So if you don't have all of the packs, which I don't, if you don't have all of them, some items may be removed, but I'm pretty sure that they'll be easily replaceable. So don't you worry. This apartment right there, what you just saw me build pretty quickly, was the one for another generic apartment where probably no one lives in. This one I think is the biggest apartment in the whole complex, and it's for the influencer person. Basically, I had noticed that those curtains were coming through the floors and it was showing in the studio for the influencer person's apartment, and I was like, oh no, oh no. And so I kept having to edit stuff beneath to not let the curtains show. Their bathroom, I made it super expensive because I'm like, okay, this person has to have a lot of money. Their apartment, unlike anyone else's, is literally the most modern. I tried to put those the little racks over there to cover up the curtain space because I'm like, I did not like what that was doing at all. As you can, they literally have the most space in the whole apartment complex. I'm like, yeah, you're loaded because look at how your apartment looks. Yeah, and I think it's just one person that lives here. Yeah, it's one person that lives here. I can't remember what I did for their balcony. I think they're the one with like cameras and stuff on their balcony as well, because they just have them out because they don't really care. Okay, now we are moving on to the laundry room. It's a lot of machines in here. I'm like, it's a lot of tenants in here. It's gonna be a lot of machines. I did like a little bit for each place. I think I did a little bit for the salon, a little bit for the laundry room, a little bit for the animal hospital, and then I went ahead and did a little bit for the sauna as well. I may or may not have gotten a little obsessive about the salon. I'm like, I want it to look so good. I want them to have the greatest time. But I struggled because I wanted a sauna, a salon, an animal hospital, and a laundromat. And so I was like, oh no, I forgot the spa. And I ended up just putting a little massage chair in the corner of the salon. Like I said, if y'all would like to change anything, go ahead and do so. You can see me working on the salon just a little bit right there, which was pretty nice. Was very, very interesting. Now I'm about to work on the animal hospital. I loved building this. When I started building it, I started having a whole bunch of memories of when I first started watching sim videos. When I would watch a whole bunch of like Claire Chabon videos, and when the pets pack came out, I can't remember the exact name for it. I'm sorry, cats and dogs. Yeah, when that pack came out, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. They're so cute. Look at me using that wallpaper again. That's what I'm saying, y'all. I get obsessed with stuff, and as you can tell, I got really obsessed with that wallpaper. Um, yeah, I wanted so much out of this complex, and then when I started playing with the family and I noticed that, oh no, I can't use cats and dogs and business and hobbies together, I was like, no. I want them to be taking their animals to here, but at the same time I'm wondering if, no, we can't do that, huh? But like, what if I make it a workplace? No, but I can't have it. Yeah, no. I kept trying to think of loopholes to make it work, just like I'm doing now, and I literally couldn't think of anything. If y'all know like what I could do to like be able to like be a vet and also own like a whole bunch of businesses on the same lot at the same time, if you guys know any loopholes, any mods, anything, please let me know. Right here we're doing the laundry mat. Now mind you, what I'm thinking is that I tried to have the landlord run all these businesses, right? Because you can only have one person own the whole business as a whole. So I tried to do that. But I mean, realistically speaking, and if we could, what I would do, I did kind of do this. I had the landlord hire a whole bunch of people. You can only hire so much. So yeah, a couple people. And they had different responsibilities of what they should do and stuff, and so it did make it feel like, oh my gosh, she has all these employees and so on, but I couldn't exactly get a set employee for the laundromat, which sucked. So I wish they had like more stuff that we could do with businesses and hobbies, where we can be like, okay, you can have someone literally for tending to the laundromat. They do this, they do that, they wipe it down, they sweep, they, and it would seem and feel more real, which would be great. Okay, so on top of the building outside of the cafe, there's a setup for a live band. There's also a setup for like a community, like teaching class type of thing where everyone gathers. And I was like, oh my gosh, it low-key reminded me of like those K-dramas where it's like they're in the village side and like you have like the village chief, and there it's just like a really cool community that they have. It reminded me of that when I was building this part. I don't know if it ended up showing with the chairs that I used. The chairs that I used, by the way, it took me a minute to find them. But when I did, I was like, oh my gosh, these are the cutest chairs ever. And I think they're literally my favorite chairs in all of The Sims 4. Right here, I am moving on to the cafe that I was telling y'all about. I love it. I love it so much. It turned out to be so cute. Now, remember I said I had to cut this video down, so the video is gonna be shorter. So it's not gonna show everything, but we're gonna move on to the screenshots. I absolutely love how they came out.